All right, friends, how are you today? It is Thursday, the 24th of October, 2019, and this is your daily horoscope. What the heck is going on today? We've got the moon in Virgo, all right? It's about 12, 11 degrees Virgo right now on Thursday morning. It's going to oppose Neptune today. All right, it is going to create a trine to Saturn today. Very exciting stuff. The sun is officially in the sign of Scorpio. All right, now we've got a stellium. We've got the sun, we've got Mercury, and we've got Venus, all in the sign of Scorpio. The sun is our light, it's our ego expression. Venus is what we want, love, and desire in life. And Mercury is really the only one, besides Pluto himself, that can really dig into the depths of Scorpio. If we're familiar with the story behind, all right, the story behind Scorpio and Hades and Persephone. Persephone was one of the seven muses, right? Everything she touched turned to, love and joy and flowers and just blossoming, and every footstep is just blossoming. And Hades, the dark lord of the underworld, the lord of the death, came up, and Persephone was just one of seven muses, okay? Everything she touched turned to, beauty, but at the same time, she was one of many, one of seven muses, okay? So, although it was very enchanting what she didn't feel very unique and different, all right? So when Hades came up to Earth, the living side of things, and he saw Persephone and the beauty that she added, and he said, "You are mine now. I'm the king and the lord of the underworld. I'm bringing you with me to the underworld," okay? Now, this wasn't terrible for her, okay? She rather enjoyed this as she was, I don't know what the proper word is, exalted maybe, All right, she was from one of seven, seven princesses, seven muses, to being the queen of the underworld. And she had a playground of everything dark and gloomy and dead she can touch and bring life and funness to, right? So, as story tells us, I believe it's Isis contacts the king, King Jupiter, and King Jupiter says, "I can't go into the underworld. That's out of my jurisdiction. I'm the king, the lord of this realm. The only one that can go there is the messenger of the gods, Mercury. Mercury, will you go down there and strike a deal with Hades, the lord of the underworld, to get our sweet Persephone back up here to allow life and blossoming and flowers and blooming trees and fruits and vegetables up here in the land of the living?" So Mercury goes down and strikes a deal with Hades. So 6 months of the year we have Persephone up here, and 6 months of the year she goes to the underworld, the other side, okay? And this is just story. This is all, an anthropomorphized characters of the planets, personifications that we've, storytelling. Our ancients, this is all they had, is these stories to share and tell with one another, right? Where does the sun go when it dies every day? To the underworld, a mysterious place. Where does the sun go when it dies on December 21st on the solstice? It dies, and and this death glooms and comes over, winter time, right? So we have the sun now entering Scorpio, entering the season of going inward, okay? We have Venus, everything we love, which is fun. Is like it's like the Persephone. It's like we have our characters of the story here. Our hero, the sun, can't really go into this world. He can use a looking glass to see in there. Venus, it's like we're being challenged, because this is, when we talk about Scorpio, it's deep underlining, deep-rooted stuff. And I know I kind of say that over the past couple of, weeks now as Venus and Mercury have been there. But this is like your unconscious mind, okay? It's very similar to like the water sign of Pisces. This is dealing with the unconscious, that spiritual stuff of Pisces. Well, here it's just like this deep-rooted stuff. It's not things that are in the conscious, in the forefront of your mind or imagination. These are these deep-rooted things that you're again, the conscious mind is but a bobber in the ocean of the subconscious. So we're dealing with these very, very real, raw, deep internal feelings that we have. that are going to continue going on. And thankfully, we have the messenger of the gods, Mercury, that's able to dip below the line and above and bring this stuff to the surface, to shed light on it, to go beneath the surface, to start bringing this up. So the sun's going to add its light, okay? So this is really, really powerful. And the fact that we get, it's not something to be dreaded, my friends. You know, I see so much spewing of negativity when it comes to Mercury retrogrades. And it's like, come on, this is exciting. The fact that we get to have a Mercury retrograde in Scorpio, the fact that we allow and we get this Mercury to be in Scorpio for as long as it is, and it might not, necessarily be, as some other astrologers are going to say, a place that Scorpio likes to be. It's in a fixed sign. You know, Mercury rules two mutable signs, two signs that deal with change and death, and you know what I mean. Gemini is the end of this season, the beginning of summertime in Cancer, you know, and then it's the beginning of, or the end of Virgo. It's the mutable sign of Virgo, the end of that, the beginning of, you know, the cardinal sign of Libra. You know, so it's like these very fast and changing signs is where Mercury likes to be, and it's stuck for a very long time, you know, 2 months in a fixed sign that we're being fixated, and obsessive behaviors, obsessive characteristics start coming out of us, you know. And it's like we're reaching and trying to hold on to something that's just seemingly, we cannot grasp it anymore, or it's vibrating so fast, you know, that it's like, what are we doing? Trying to hold on to this jackhammer, you know, it's just like, this is our, you know, addiction, or it's something that no longer serves us, or we're trying to grasp this thing, or we're trying to hold on to a thought for way too long, you know, of how something is, and this is just shaking us out of this stuff, and it's like, this no longer serves us, this no longer does, you know, the justice it once did. Hating your ex no longer serves the purpose it once did when you needed to break up. You know, hating your boss no longer serves the purpose it did when you needed to find a new job. So make peace with these things. You know, it's like making peace with the underworld right now, making peace with our these dark shadows in our belly, in our corners of our mind, in the shadows of our hearts. You know, where can we make peace with this stuff and quit running from the boogeyman, which isn't real? You know, it's just the shadow. We can add our light to it. So add your light to these shadow spots in life. Add some light into the dark areas of your life today. All right? And become focused. We can become very focused and fixing these things. This is Moon in Virgo, okay? Very fixated. And this is a necessary part of the process. And with Neptune being in the opposition right now of our expansion, and we become very focused on what we need to expand, and we can drudge that stuff up. Now this is earth and water, okay? Virgo and Pisces, earth and water, opposition, sextile, earth, Virgo, and Scorpio, okay? And then, of course, the trine between Pisces and Scorpio. So we have this earth water, we're like stewing in these emotions, these feelings, these old thoughts, these whatever it is that we're dealing with. Neptune is saying, let's expand beyond where we're at with these now, and the Moon in Virgo is saying, let's get very focused on what we need to do to heal these things. You know, if it's a simple scratch, put some Neosporin and a Band-Aid on it, you know what I mean? If it's a broken bone, we go to the doctor. We have to get that bone reset, and that's going to hurt. If we've been avoiding going to the doctor, we're only prolonging how long, you know, this injury. And if we're afraid because it's going to hurt when he resets it, how much damage, you know, it's just like, well, this is a limb that's no longer can be used to its full potential. It's really important to like look at that like that, and this is our lives. This is a life that can't be used to its full potential. This is a personality that cannot be used to its full potential because of this. This is a skill, a talent, a mindset that cannot be used to its full potential because I'm afraid of feeling pain. I'm afraid of breaking through this part of my life to jump into the next part. you know? And it's just like our expansion is more important. So we need to heal whatever, you know, if it's the Band-Aid, or that's broken bone, or if it's a broken heart, or if it's a career. You know, I literally talk to people all the time, and they tell me this is, you know, I'm just, you know, I'm burying down my dreams now. I'm just becoming realistic. It's like, no, that's not realistic. That's, you're lying to yourself. You're lying to yourself because you haven't achieved something yet. And you're saying it's never achievable now at the young age of 20 or 30 or 40 or 50. You know, it's like, come on. It's just not the truth, you know. And every day is this huge opportunity to turn around. The Scorpio season is huge time to turn around, you know. Again, we're going into the depths of us, into the depths right now to really change the stuff around. And Mars, now it's like Mars is almost thankful, like, good, the rest of you get out of my party. Now I can do the work that I need to do, because there's nothing stopping Mars, you know, in his role in the leadership role of Mars in Libra. Okay, it's an exciting place for him to be. It's like, I'm going to create these connections that are necessary. Sun, go think over there. Go think about the, you know, be obsessed in the realm of Scorpio and la 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 la. I'm gonna get the work done here. I'm gonna make these connections no matter what. And we've still got, you know, 3 weeks of Mars in Libra. Okay, so we're still talking about these connections, but now we're like clearing, you know, it's like we're clearing the brush, we're clearing the hedges or whatever, and we're able to see into the woods, and we're able to journey into the woods and not be afraid. All right. This is a lot for a daily today, but you get it. Have a happy Thursday, all right? A day of expansion, a day of really coming in and finding ourselves. It's a great day. All right, we'll see you tomorrow.